Jai Shri Krishna. In our last session, when we were discussing about Slok 5 of chapter 8, and we were sharing our opinion, each one of us, it was becoming clear that when someone in his last moment is able to meditate upon Bhagwan Shri Krishna, then there is no doubt that he or she will reach Bhagwan Shri Krishna. And in the following verse 6 of the same chapter, it now is mentioned that if someone has at the last moment been thinking of a particular object, particularly its divine form, then this is where that individual will reach after his death. So does it mean that we can decide upon our own destiny for the future? Because if we have, through practice and conviction, if we are able to think a place or a divine place, whatever is in our mind, if we can think of it very hard, and if it is able for us, we are able to sort of think of it at the last moment, last breath that we are taking, it means that we'll reach there after death. So it looks as if that we are becoming the master of our destiny. Is that so? This is what the sadhak for this sharing of views in this coming section are going to say about. So we'll see you then. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Krishna. O Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Jai Shri Krishna.
We are still in we have just started in chapter number 8, which deals with Akshar Brahma. Akshar being indestructible. Brahma is the presence of God everywhere, in every look of and corner of the universe, in every look of corner of our environment. The text number 5 is so beautiful. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. At the last moment, anyone who remembers me, what we saw last time. Yahasprayati samadbhavam yati nas tatra samshayaha. Of that there is no doubt. He will attain my nature. He will attain my nature, of that there is no doubt. And today we are dealing with whatever one remembers at the time of death. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajante tyajatyante kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitah. Whatever state of being one remembers at the time of death, that state he will attain without fail. This is a very scientific explanation. It is a very psychological explanation. Raja Bharat was a very pious king. He once brought a small deer at his place. He raised that deer and again went to leave it in the forest. The deer's mother was eaten by a tiger. Then then he kept on thinking about that deer. What is he doing? What is he doing? Is it in safe situation? And at the time of death, he remembered that deer, and his Atma was transferred in the body, in the uterus of a deer. And this is a record which this is what we read in Bhagavad Puran. So it is to be able to, whatever we are thinking at the time of death is based is strongly based on our karma. What karma we are doing every time during in the course of our existence, and what are we thinking all the time. Chapter 10, text number 10 says, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupayanti te. To those who are constantly devoted to me and who always chant my glory, bhajatam pritipurvakam, always chanting my glory. Dadami, I give. Buddhi Yoga, I give that Buddhi Yoga, that intelligence by which, yena, jiske dwara, by which they can come to me. Mamupayanti, they means they can come to me. So the character, the mindset developed throughout our life is very important for the last moment. Thank you. Thank you.
जय श्री कृष्ण। ये भाग है हमारे ये ऐसे चर्चा करने के लिए what we do at the time of death, who do we remember। देखो अभी हमें चैप्टर 8 पर attaining the supreme, ये इसका बहुत गोल है, attaining the supreme। और उससे आगे chapter 7 we talked about knowledge of the absolute, knowledge. How do we understand the absolute? In what form? And now we're saying, how do we attain the supreme? And in slope 5, Aishwaran said it very well, very good summary. At the time of death, अगर हमें सोच सकते हैं, भगवान पर चर्चा कर सकते हैं हमारे दिमाग में, then we are on the right path. And now immediately we go on to 6. How you remember me, this is how you will become. Very good. That reminds us to chapter 6, note 27. I will refer to this. The yogi whose mind is fixed on me verily attains the highest perfection of transcendental happiness. He is beyond the mode of passion. He realizes his qualitative identity with the Supreme, and thus he is freed from all reactions to past life. देखो कैसे सुंदर है। It's a build up, और हमें जो ज्ञान आता है इस पर, how do we attain that supreme? It is through ज्ञान, आत्मा ज्ञान। One word comes to me now, transcendental consciousness। कैसे हो सकता है? अगर we have the consciousness with bliss in ourselves. Every time any action we do, we see Lord Krishna in front of us, with us, and smiling at us, and we are reciprocating back with bliss. Already our thinking process is getting transformed little by little. जैसे कहते हैं ज्ञान और विज्ञान, put into practice. And that build-up will lead us gradually to our goal. ये मेरे समझता है. Jai Shri Krishna.
So in this one, this slok number 6 goes something like that. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavan tyajatyante kale varam tantamevaiti kaunteya sada tat bhava bhavitaha. Because of his constant thought of that being. So you can see the element there, the timing, when do you think of it? And secondly, it mentions you constant thought all the time. In other words, it may be something prominent. So the last thoughts will determine to what type of birth we are going to, if ever there is a birth. And when we say constant thought, as I said in the definition, it refers to the most prominent thought of your life. You are thinking many things, but there are certain things that come out of the whole lot, something which is more prominent in your life. This actually, according to the sages, this type of the prominent thought that you have over the whole, the most prominent, accentuated, it comes to your mind at the last moment. Okay? So as many thoughts we have. But then it is at last, it is those which is constantly coming to you, constantly done by you over time. It will come at the end, comes to your mind at the last moment. So that is a matter, that is, in my opinion, is a relationship between constant and prominence, which is what is more prominent in your life. So it's here, according to this law, that the last thought determines the nature or the character of the body to be attained, where you're going next. So again and again, we are not going to get. But if instead of that, you are able to think of inner, not the external, innermost, because in innermost in ourselves, we are going to look at the immortal self. We aren't conscious of it now. By now, we all agree that wherever the self, S capital EF, is in us, but we are not able to see it. And our main target is to go and see whatever is residing in ourselves. The Lord is residing in us. So in that case, if you're able to do that, yes, then in that case, you won't be born again, but you will be liberated from this cycle. So at the end, the final desire that is not accomplished, suppose you have a desire, and if it is not accomplished, then that becomes a prominent desire. And when come at the last moment, it is that prominent desire which will carry you to the next body. This is the way I understand it, the way it has been explained in this book. But however, if we have and sort of put in ourselves a spiritual aspiration, instead of the desire, material desire, external desire, we are thinking spiritually. You have a spiritual desire, then definitely you will reap, because as you sow, so you're going to reap. But if Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakan Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Jai Shri Krishna.